This is a great quote that I came up with. Your brain is responsible for keeping you alive. Your spirit is responsible for how you live. Isn't that good? I loved that when I came up with it a few years ago, and I wanted to revisit this quote because it was so profound for me when it dropped, and it really helped me see that this mindfulness awareness that everyone has, and it's much more palatable, it's much more universally accepted when we talk about mindfulness. Some people might label it as woo-y, others are just like, no, this is psychological stuff, this is science, this is not woo-y at all. Whichever place you sit, if you're subscribed to my blog, it's likely that you sit, you know, maybe on both sides, but more towards the woo-y side. But our brain is where the mindfulness comes in. It's where psychology needs to be worked, which is why I'm a huge advocate of practical psychology and why I use it a lot in my teachings, my mentoring, and my coaching. However, your spirit and the effort that you put into spirit, if you could put the same effort that you put into your mindfulness into your spirit fullness, I just made that up, into your spirit fullness, you will see how amazing life can be. I interviewed a woman not that long ago who is in the nutrition area, and she's an expert in her niche, and she said it amazes her because most humans have no idea how good they are designed to feel. Like, they don't know how good they can possibly feel if they're at their full optimum vitality. It's exactly the same with spirit. How good a life can be when you are fully connected and vital to your spirit. And I'm talking about your essence, who you are, your unique core. Not spirit, your essence, your core, who you are, who you were here to be, your unique self, your unique stamp on the human plane of existence. So I encourage everyone to think about what efforts have you recently, or maybe over the last few years, put into your mindfulness. Do you meditate? Do you take moments of self-reflection? Do you journal? And now put as much effort into your spirit, into knowing what makes you alive, into really paying attention to your nutrition in terms of what feeds you and what sucks the life out of you. And keep your spiritfulness at the forefront of your human experience, and it will change your life. You can head on over to the Rage Your Vibe tribe to find out more about how you can add to your spiritfulness and to your mindfulness as well. There's a great community over there, but it's a series of one-ups, which we call what you do to yourself to be able to just move one level up in a frequency instead of asking yourself to jump from 0 to 100 and expecting yourself to be able to pull yourself out of whatever it is really quickly. It doesn't work. It's a sure sign for self-sabotage and for failure. So we do these one-ups, and these one-ups are little things that you can do, like putting music on to raise your vibration, eating certain foods or not eating certain foods, breath work, doing moon rituals, full moon and new moon rituals, creating a Raise Your Vibe board, which we do inside the Reef Tribe as well, which is similar to a vision board, but different. It's a whole different thing. So I encourage everyone to think about their brain is responsible for keeping you alive, your mindfulness, helping you stay alert and aware and cognitive, and having cognitive, not getting to the point where there's a cognitive dissonance happening. You also want to get into that spirit and spiritfulness. And so let's get rid of the spiritual dissonance and bring in a connection with who we are. You're very special and you're unique. And imagine what would happen if you actually gave that uniqueness some power, or even just more power than what you have. So go forth and do whatever it is that you're going to do with this information. These videos are always fun for me because I know they're little nuggets of gold, and the feedback that I get usually is that you have no idea how much this made sense to me right here, right now. I feel like you're speaking to me, and so I hope that it speaks to you today.